Hello everybody, this is Jeremy in the DAW. Welcome back. Today's video is going to be taking a look at the Miko plugin from ML Sound Labs. Now this is NAMM week right now, so I have tomorrow and then the day after that is NAMM, and I'm going to be working pretty much the entire NAMM. So this is going to be a quick video just taking a quick look at this. Now the Miko plugin is essentially designed to be a super hyper realistic cabinet and microphone emulation plugin designed to help you create your own impulse responses for amp modelers or amp modeling plugins. So there are a total of 9 cabinets that you can choose from in this classic pack, and you have 6 microphones. There's also an orange cabinet pack with more microphones, but I don't have a license to that, so we're not going to be checking that out. Now the amp modeler that I'm using is my Hot Tone Ampero, and we have the US King 4x12 with a 57 as my cabinet right now. Now normally this cabinet does sound a lot better by using something like the U87. But one issue I have with the Ampero is that even though I can change the microphone and the cabinet and the positioning, I have some issues where I'm not actually capable of really blending the tones together. And that's where something like the Miko really does come in handy. So if I turn on the Miko and just listen to the 157 that's on there on the Mega 4x12 new, which is probably a Mesa Boogie 4x12. That does indeed sound like a cabinet. Now, there are a lot of controls here. We have mix control, which is our volume. We have the angle. We have the radius, which is the distance of the cap and the edge. We have phase inversion and distance from the speakers. We also have this impedance section, which allows us to tweak the impedance of different types of amps. And we also have low and high resonance to add those frequencies in. We have a low and high cut filter with different profiles, and we're able to export this in several different formats and several different bit depths and mono and stereo. I'm going to personally turn off minimum phase transfer because I noticed that we lose a tiny bit of low end when I do that. It's very negligible, but I want my impulse to be exactly like what I'm hearing from Miko. So let's just play this again. Not bad, but let's see what we can get by changing the angle and the radius. Let's compare this to the 57 on the stock IR inside of my Ampero. Definitely sounds a lot better than that, right? So the next step is to actually add a new microphone. I'm going to mute this one by hitting the right click. I'm going to add a microphone, and I'm actually going to change the cabinet to something different. Each microphone can actually have a different cabinet, so that's actually really cool. That's going to give me a little bit more of a hollowed out sound. We're going to add one more, and I'm going to go for a more scooped sound. Cool. Let's combine all of these together. That's actually pretty good. Let's turn these on and off one by one. And that actually reminds me of more of the better settings on my Ampero's amp. So if we turn this back on, onto the Ampero. That's the U87 clone that it has. Pretty cool. Now this has a lot more mids, which is really good because in a mix, the mids is really what's going to cut through. But the next thing I want to do is change the impedance. Cool, let's use a little bit of low and high cut filtering. Pretty cool. So the next step is to export this IR. And I'm going to name this blend 2. Now, if I want to put this inside of my amp modeler, it's really easy. I simply just plug in the USB cable, go to my editor, and now I can actually go to the cabinet section and import my new IR file. I'm going to go for blend 2, I believe, so that's going to be number 9. Load this up. And there we go. Now it's inside of my cabinet. I'm going to disconnect the device because I don't need it anymore. We're going to rearm this. And let's load up that cabinet. Let's bypass it from my amp modeler, turn it on here. That's the Miko. And that's the same impulse that we created inside of my modeler. And now I can actually go in here and tweak the settings. Let's say I want to add a graphic EQ. To make it sound a little bit more aggressive and stuff like that. But overall, pretty cool. This is really, really useful, and I really find this to be a next level plugin. I hope that they add more microphones in the future, and I hope that the ML Sound Lab people add a ton more cabinets, because so far this is really fun. I like the flexibility, I like the controls, and I don't think this plugin really eats up your CPU very much. It's barely hitting me. It does have a little bit of latency, but I can totally tell why it does, because it's doing so much processing and it's doing so much cool stuff really, really, really well. I definitely recommend checking this out. There is a free version that has, I believe, the Mega Old or the Mega New, but it has one of those, and you're able to create your own little blend. And you're not able to export IRs, but you can check it out to see if you like it. Anyway, that's it for this video. This is Jeremy within the DAW. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.